Welcome, and a great evening to all. This is the Red Devil Talk, and you are talking to your host Neolis. And yes, this is our first Monday show, um, rounding off the weekend's results. Obviously, I didn't go into too much into the tactics. Um, Obviously, because after the match reaction, you're angry and you're too pissed off at everything else that is happening. So obviously that's the reason why I didn't go too much in depth with the tactics from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So as we stated, this is the Ole Out show, where basically I'll be discussing um whether or not how long he'll be here for, because right now the pressure's on. Newspapers are like against him now. No one is trying to hide his ineptness. So the body's gonna be pressured to making a decision, and apparently there might be a protest that might happen, apparently. So that's what I'm hearing from news outlets, and obviously people on social media also organizing the protests themselves. So the owners might have one to think about. If we lose against Liverpool this upcoming weekend, I can see it boiling. I can honestly see it boiling um over. People are angry and pissed off at this moment, so it's gonna be hectic. But yeah, man, like we could be seeing Solskjaer sacked if Liverpool pull one over us this weekend. Um, I don't know if it's gonna be a thing where this board is gonna say, okay, we'll keep him on for like another week or another, because it's looking peak right now. It's looking very peak, and it could go either way at this moment in time. But fans are protesting. That's what I'm hearing. They're gonna protest before the Liverpool game. So Manchester United, apparently sources within Manchester United have said that the club is looking at uh, bolstering their security for the game against Liverpool. So it's peak, guys. Like, people are angry at this point. Like, if you think I was angry on Saturday after that result, you haven't spotted the rest of the fan base. All I see wherever I go is negativity, from your YouTube channels to your Instagram channels to you know, to Twitter even. This the only out hashtag is trending on Twitter. So that's the funny part about Saturday. So obviously the show, it's well, I was supposed to do it with Boogerman TV. I don't know if I can still get him on. I've been trying to add him as a guest on this thing, but he's just not um he's just not coming on. So I don't know. Like, I might end up having to do this show alone, unfortunately, because I would have loved to hear his views as well, because renting alone isn't fun. Therapy is when you talk to someone else, not just yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wanted to hear other views from Manchester United fans as well, because I know Boogerman is a Manchester United fan. The guy who helped me start off this channel, who um Tabang Murod, is also a Manchester United fan. So I would have loved to share like views with both. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So basically, I'm basically gonna be talking about who we think we should replace Solskjaer with, and we're gonna look at different managers. Starting from Zidane all the way to Conte, all the way to Eric Ten Hag, all the way to there's a lot of managers, because people are sitting here and saying, Solskjaer should stay in the job only because Solskjaer is, there's no other options out there, and that's completely false. There's a lot of options out there. There's Luis Enrique, there's Eric Ten Hag, you know, um, there's Mauricio Pochettino, obviously, but then at the end of the season, I'm pretty sure that PSG are gonna let him go at the end of the season, because I haven't seen any contract extension. There's a lot of managers that this club can get, and so I disagree with that notion that Solskjaer, we should keep Solskjaer because there aren't any other people out there. That's completely false. Don't let people tell you that. There's Antonio Conte, there's Zinedine Zidane, 3-time Champions League bounce winner. And you telling me that Solskjaer is better than Zidane? Are you mad? Are you extremely mad? Because now you hear these fans, the only excuse that now they're using to keep Solskjaer in their job is that there's no one else. Oh no, they're gonna go after Gareth South. They won't do that. They won't do that. This board won't do that. For the first time in the longest time, I can say that we've got the squad that we should be competing and we should be winning. So it's very hard to actually be out here blaming the owners. The only problem I have with the owners is them still keeping this guy here. And maybe it's because they feel that the fans are happy with him, because you go to Old Trafford or you go when you play away, people are singing his name. So it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? The owners are probably saying, oh no, it's fan service. We can't get rid of this guy. The fans are singing his name. So these guys who go to games, man, I mean, at this point in time here, they have to rethink and look at themselves, because they're the ones who are the main problem here. We can say the owners are a problem, but these fans are a problem. So they're the ones who are keeping Solskjaer at the job. But I feel like the rest of the fan base have caught on to this Ole out, movement. I've been Ole out for 2 years right now. So everyone else has just recently joined on the Ole out bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? And I've said my reasons as to why I wanted him out. I've said my reasons as to why I wanted him out. And that's why I'm doing a show tonight where I'm like discussing the possible managers that might actually be coming through. I mean, Manchester United are not that stupid. You can't be $1 billion company or organization and not have contingency plans in place in case a manager gets sacked. So I'm thinking that they probably ringed in a couple of managers. All these rumors will probably come out as the weeks go by. So naturally, I think before even or after the Liverpool game, there will be links with other managers. So Zidane is at home he's practically sitting at home, and I don't know how he's not snapped up by any team at this point. Zidane is at home, so I feel like Zidane is the perfect for me. Aside from Luis Enrique, Antonio Conte, Erik ten Hag, Ajax manager, by the way, I feel like Zidane is the perfect guy. People forget this. People underrate Zidane so much, and it's astonishing, because Zidane did an incredible job with Real Madrid. You can say whatever you want to say, that he had 10 stars, he had a prime Cristiano Ronaldo at the form of attack, but that's completely false, because that's the exact team that inherited from Benitez. Benitez was actually doing bad before Zidane came in with that exact team. Zidane never made any transfers for the rest of those 3 seasons. And you telling me that him coming in and doing what he did was a fluke? You're not a football fan if you think that. Because if you've analyzed it and actually taken every single detail into consideration, you'd know that what he did was incredible. It's all man management, it's tactics, because he displayed tactics. Some of the games that Real Madrid won in those Champions League nights, or even towards their league titles, like they had no right winning. Like, you didn't know how they won those games, because at some point you could see that the team was lacking. But then at the same time, they had a good tactical manager who knew who to field and when to make substitutions, when to change the outcome of the game. Something that Solskjaer lacks completely. We have a team right now, but the team is not even playing properly. You know what I'm saying? The team can't even pass to each other. Like, imagine watching a team, your whole team for 90 minutes struggle to just pass the ball to each other. Professional players, no. You know what I'm saying? So it's disturbing to that degree that professional footballers can't even pass the ball to each other, and it's it is whatever. But yeah, man, I would have loved to have Tembele, and he sends his apologies right now. I would have loved to have Upugaman, Mr. Boogerman TV himself here. He just sent his apologies. He's not gonna be able to join the stream. Um, obviously technical reasons, but yeah, man. But shout out to the Boogerman TV once more. But yeah, moving on to the point. Zinedine Zidane, that's the reason why I put him as my first choice. If he's not available, then we can be looking like we can be looking for guys like, I don't think Erik ten Hag is like the sort of manager you bring in during a season. I think he's the type of manager you start a season with. So if we looking for someone to like take over season, like midway through the season, right now, like if Solskjaer was to get sacked right now, it has to be like guys like Pochettino. It has to be guys like Zinedine Zidane. It has to be guys like Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique got Neymar, Messi, and Suarez firing because people were like, how are those three gonna play? He got them firing. Right now, he's doing an amazing job with Spain. Spain, have an incredible team. In fact, I wouldn't really say that they have an incredible team. They're just a well-drilled team now. At this point, that's what they're depending on. Their dependence is on the manager right now more than the actual individual players. Unlike the past, the past teams that Spain had, but but then now these players look even better than they should be looking because they've got a proper manager. They've got a competent manager in charge. So that's why I think Luis Enrique would be able to get our team well drilled. Guys like Sancho, guys like Van de Beek are actually gonna prosper in a team that is well drilled because they come from such teams with systems in place, and obviously those systems are well drilled into the players from youth all the way through to the first team. So those are the type of players, 1-2 touch players. You know what I'm saying? You see that a lot with Van de Beek. You see that a lot with Sancho. That is why they don't fit in our team currently, because the manager doesn't even have a playing style. He doesn't even have tactics. You understand? So yeah, this show is the Ole Out show, and people say this is very disrespectful. It isn't disrespectful. We have to look to the future now. We have to make changes soon, because I'm telling you now, if we don't, we can still rescue a season. If after the Liverpool result, which I know we probably losing that game or we drawing at best, if after that Liverpool result we do not make changes to the management position and vacancy, that's it for Manchester United. That's it for us, because if we can't make changes after the Liverpool game, I doubt these guys are gonna make it anytime soon. That is why I feel like protests need to happen. Like, I'm encouraging this protest. They need to happen. These owners are sleeping, man, and they're costing us, and they're happy to sit there with their bellies out and sing and say, what, the fans are still gonna be supporting and spending money in this club. All they care about is profits. They don't care about the progression of this team. In any case and point in time, they do not care about Manchester United's performances on the pitch. Don't let the PR statements that come out, disagree with that factor that I just said. These guys don't care about that, but they do care when you stop games. That is why we signed Ronaldo and Sancho and Varane all in one window. They do. They think that every problem can just be solved by throwing money. Throwing money at every problem. You can't stop every problem by just throwing money. Sometimes you need to strategize, because this team needs, like, guys, in terms of this structure, in terms of the structure that every organization needs to have. That structure is very important in rebuilding the future of any organization, or making sure that it sustains success over a period of long time. So what these owners do, they short-termism. Like, they don't think that long. They sit in there and they're like, okay, You know, fans are angry. Let's just throw in 1 or 2 players. No, no. You know, Glazers need to get a wake up. This board needs to get a wake up. And I think a protest of Ole out before the Liverpool game will signify that. You know, we need to make it hard for these guys. We need to make them understand that we're not happy with standards at this club. Clearly, the standards haven't changed at all. You know, despite the protest, the standards haven't changed. These guys, all they did was just buy, but they still haven't set a standard. They still haven't said, okay, if a manager is not winning a league or is not winning a trophy in a season, his job has to be under threat, because that's the type of owners we want. That's the type of actions and then standards that need to be set. That's what we expect from a club of this level and of this elite to be aspiring to. Not this thing of, you know, we're not only gonna sack a manager if his top 4 is too far. No, like that needs to end. That needs to end, and fans need to get they up in numbers. You know, if the top Reds don't want to join us because they feel like, okay, Solskjaer needs to stay here, it's bigger than Solskjaer, guys. Like, if you're Solskjaer fans, be Solskjaer fans. Don't claim that you're Manchester United fans, because at this point in time, you're not doing what's best for the club. You guys have egos. Like, you want to look right. You don't want to end up like with eggs on your faces and stuff like that, because it does not fit your narrative. But, you know, everything put aside, like, Solskjaer needs to go. Zidane is available. Conte is available. We can also poach Erik ten Hag, which I still think he's not a type of guy who will take over now and then win immediately. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but I see him as more of a manager in that ilk, where he's those type of managers who are gonna take over, or rather should take over from the beginning of the season, not midway through the season. But this season needs to be saved. Something needs to change. Like Paul Pogba said, he said that things have to change. Something has to change. And that's a hint that he's like, you know, these managers ain't good enough. So something needs to change. Now, on to you, the board. What are you going to do? Because now this is the perfect time to see how this board handles situations like this, to know that they have any future at this club going forward. This is what now they have to. Let's see how they react, because for me, that's very important. How they react right now will let us know what kind of people we have in charge. If what they were saying is a lie and they're not willing to improve this club, then they will show it now. If they swiftly make an appointment of a new manager, and I'm not saying that they must be out here making Carrick and McKenna take over for the rest of the season as interim managers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about them going for a manager like of Zidane's ilk, coming through to rescue the season and saying they want to win trophies this season. That's what I want to see. Not next season, not the year after that, not that. Because if that is the case, we're doomed. I'm sorry to say we're doomed. If that's the case, then, you know, it's gonna be a long drawn out war with these guys. Because I'm telling you now, these guys, they felt that heat. They felt that heat with the protest. But the problem with the protest was the people are protesting for the wrong reasons. And that is why these guys are still here, and they think they're going to be here for a very long time. So for me, like I say, Ole out and forever, Glazer out, because they just as bad as the manager. So I can't say that the manager is bad, but the owners are good. The owners are still crap. They need to be out. Honestly, they need to get out of our club, man. Like, simply get out. We're tired now. You guys need to leave. So yeah, man, like, managers need to be brought in, or else, you know, people need to just protest. That's it for me. And yeah, man, I want you guys to have a lovely evening. I'm signing out, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got a YouTube channel. It's called Red Devil Talk. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. There'll be more content coming your way. This was the Monday show. Obviously, I had to cut it brief because I was meant to do it with someone else. But yeah, I hope you guys at least yeah, we're able to hear what I wanted, what most fans want, and that is a new manager. Let's get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out. Ole out hashtag. And yeah, if you're a Manchester United fan, make sure you join that movement too. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe on my channel, Red Devil Talk on YouTube. Like the video. You're welcome to comment. Let's engage, And yeah, I'm signing out. It's the Red Devil Talk.
Girl, have you ever lost your mind? Have you ever lost your mind?